beer.
Welcome to another episode of Mostly Michigan Beer Review. I am your host, James, and I got a few things I want to talk about before we get to the beer review. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy weekend. I went to the Michigan Brewers Guild Summer Festival. That was awesome. I've never been there. It's my first time. There were 100 breweries there from Michigan and about 1,000 different beers to sample. That was quite fun. I enjoyed myself there, and I didn't film anything for the show, but I did get a little bit of footage of Dark Horse being Dark Horse. You know, they like to build stuff and they're crazy. If you haven't seen their show, watch their show. It's not in production anymore. It lasted one season, but it was pretty cool. And they're great guys, so maybe I'll post that cell phone footage at the end of this show. And also, Sunday I filmed a homebrew episode with my friend Chris. That was almost a 6-hour day. I condensed the video that I shot down into about 12 to 13 minutes, so I hope you check that episode out. If you haven't already, do it. It's the one before this. It's quite interesting, and hopefully it piques your interest in homebrewing. And also, one more thing before we get to the beer. You want to get more knowledgeable about Michigan beers, then I suggest you pick up the Michigan Beer Guide. It is written by Rex Halfpenny and his wife and published by them, and it has a few editorials by other contributors. It is a good magazine, good publication. It's free. You can find it at a lot of different places: liquor stores, breweries, Michigan Welcome Centers, Buffalo Wild Wings, of all places. This magazine has helped me learn a lot about what's going on around here, and I actually love reading 90% of it. It's enjoyable, it's fun, so go pick it up, it's free. If you can't find it, you can go on their website. It's $18 for 6 issues. They release 6 issues a year, so every 2 months. And yeah, check that out. So, let's see what's under the white MMBR bag today, guys. We have Blackrocks Brewing Coconut Brown. Very cool. Alright, so I've had this before. I had this last year around this time when I went on vacation in Petoskey. And I liked it a lot. It was great. So I'm glad to be able to find it in the southern part of the state finally. And it's a great beer, so let's see what else we can talk about this. Well, it's a brown ale with coconuts, obviously, but here is the description from the breweries themselves. It is a roasty, chocolatey brown ale, finishing off with a creamy coconut flavor, for when the time calls for a little taste of island living. Aloha, eh? I don't know why they say eh, but I guess it's because they're in UP and they kind of have a Canadian accent. Love you guys still. The ABV is 6.8%, and the IBUs are 20%. But before we get tasting, as usual, let's take the virtual tour. So let's go see where they're at again. That was the virtual tour, so let's check out the can real quick. Let's check out the art. Alright, here it is. Coconut Brown. Blackrocks, brewed in Marquette, Michigan. Coconut Brown. Not your average brown. Ain't that the truth? Nothing over here. We've read this before on our last beer in the Honey Lab, so if you would like to pause it and read it, please feel free to do so. And let's read this real quick. Life in the UP tends to move at a slower pace. A Marquette summer often feels like island living. Take a moment and relax with this American brown ale brewed with sweetened coconut. Aloha, eh? And again, 6.8%. So that is the can. Pretty simple, but it gets the point across. Brown colors because it's a brown ale. Coconuts, they have a brown husk, and there's a picture of coconut. All right, let's get tasting. That was the art, so let's open it up and taste it. A little foamy. Alrighty, there it is, folks. With a bug in there. Trying to get free beer, damn bugs. So the head is fading really fast. It's about one finger, but it is fizzing away as we speak. So maybe it's not really a one finger head. But the foam is a beige tan color. And the beer itself is a brown color. So, let's give it a taste again, see if we can relive some memories from camping in Petoskey. It smells like a malty brown ale. You're getting small hints of coconut in there, not a lot. Kind of like coconut shavings or coconut oil. More like coconut oil, it smells like. Oh yeah. Nice, sweet coconut flavor. I'm not a big fan of coconut, but I do like coconut in beer. Kind of a roasty stout flavor, even though it's a brown ale. Little hints of chocolate there, more like dark chocolate. Yeah, the coconut flavor kind of lingers at the end. It's got a medium body, medium mouthfeel. It kind of reminds me of a Mounds bar. You remember what a Mounds bar is? I believe it's the red candy bar, and it has coconut and chocolate, no nuts. Because Almond Joy has nuts and Mounds don't. So, it tastes like a Mound. It's really good. It's refreshing. Pretty good. IBUs are 20, so it's not very bitter. It's got a good aftertaste. Very good. I'm going to rate Coconut Brown right now. It's fairly simple. Just coconut flavor, not really overpowering, sweet and good. Hints of chocolate, dark chocolate, a little roasty, like coffee-like stout flavor in there. It's good. I like it. I'm gonna give it a 3.75. So if you can find this beer, go look for it. It's delicious. Comes in a 6-pack. Until then, cheers. Dark Horse hard at work. You know who that is? IPA.